Bo Nickal is insane, man. That wrestling skill has definitely transitioned over, and the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills are top-notch as well. The speed that he got those hooks in on Jamie Pickett was absolutely insane to watch for a middleweight to do. Now, the arm triangle that he was attempting for seemed like over a minute. Definitely does need some polishing, just like the commentators were saying. Daniel Cormier had it right. You have to get your chest toward the mat to get the real squeeze in there. But Bo Nickal's chest was facing more towards Jamie Pickett, which was relieving some of that squeeze, and it was allowing Pickett to stay in there for that long. So Bo Nickal is absolutely a great fighter, man. His athleticism showed when he missed the kick and just bounced right back up to his feet before Pickett was able to capitalize. How many fighters have we seen throw a kick and not recover the same way Bo Nickal did? This guy's not even a striker, but that wrestling background allowed him to gain his stance right away, even if he misses something big like that on the feet, because his kick went up really high, he lost all of his balance, but the guy is extremely athletic. And it's kind of funny how your wrestling skill could actually help you gain your balance off of missing strikes like that. And he went right into it, man. The instincts kicked in, shot him for the double leg, put it up against the cage, and we have to talk about the low blow. Maybe Bo Nickal would have gotten the takedown regardless, but he did take a pretty long time in order to know exactly what he wanted to do there, because he had Jamie Pickett up against the fence, and the fence is something that's still kind of new to Bo Nickal. He's good with wrestling in the center where there's no walls, but when he had Pickett up against the fence, it almost looked like he didn't exactly know what to do, and he needed some time to really think there, and he threw up a knee, and I don't think he meant to land it low, but it was definitely a low blow, and the takedown came right after. Pickett gave no defense, like no resistance at all to it, and honestly, the low blow set up that takedown perfectly. Because look at how Bo Nickal was constantly trying to pick at that knee, but Jamie Pickett was putting resistance against it by widening his stance and also putting it more sideways. But because of the low blow, look how his knee goes inward. Now his knees are narrowed together and they're facing forward instead of to the side more. This made picking the knee very easy for Bo Nickal, and he simply just threw Jamie Pickett over. So would the takedown even have been successful if that low blow didn't happen? It's really hard to know, man. And it's a bummer for Jamie Pickett, because that was the thing he had to have been training against the entire time. Defend against those takedowns, and for him to get low blowed and not able to defend the takedown because of it is very unfortunate, man. And Bo was able to pick at the knee, throw him over. After the takedown attempt, Pickett got up, but Bo snapped him back down to the mat. This is Wrestling 101. It looked like he could have possibly have gone for a Darce choke. Pickett does have really wide shoulders, so it's going to be much harder to actually secure that on him. But Bo Nickal, instead of going for the Darce choke, attempted to get the back instead, and man, did he do that. And then the submission attempt started to come. I'm still in awe of how fast he got his back. The speed at which he got his back is something you see from like long-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners. Bo Nickal's gonna be a monster, man, and especially in this middleweight division. There's not a lot of guys that are gonna be able to stop those takedowns, but honestly speaking, if there is any chink in his wrestling game, it's very small, and there's still a lot to be explored before we actually know for a fact. But maybe his wrestling against the fence isn't nearly as good, and perhaps guys like Adesanya, for an example, who have really good takedown defense against the fence, can create some problems there. It's just a theory right now. We still got to see more from Bo Nickal. The guy's only 4-0, and he's only gotten hit once. Jamie Pickett, in fact, landed one strike on Bo Nickal. It was a knee to the body, actually a pretty good shot there, but that's only one shot. He's really going for that Hamza Chimaev statistic of barely even getting hit in his first few fights. If he goes into his second and third fight without getting hit, I mean, we might actually see the Hamza fight sooner than we think that Bo Nickal's been calling out for. I mean, he's been calling for Hamza Chimaev, and I think one day, because both guys are relatively the same age, I think one day we will see that happen. It would have to happen in the middleweight division. Bo Nickal's just way too big for welterweight. And honestly, Hamza seems even bigger than Bo Nickal, so I don't even know what Hamza's doing at welterweight anymore. And I'm really looking forward to Bo Nickal's future, man.